Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be talking about how to start a club in high school. Okay, so an example of a club I founded was the Public Health Club, which you might have known because I posted a few videos about the club and like some activities we have held in the past. And the mission statement of that club I founded was to increase health information access to everybody and to also fundraise for underfunded diseases. So this is an example of a club I founded ground up. So today we are going to be talking about how I did that and how you could do it too. Okay, so let's start. Number one is to find an initiative or an interest. So it could either be a UN SDG initiative, like for instance healthcare, right off the top of my head, healthcare, clean water, gender equality, etc. Something that you're really passionate about and that you know you can do something about it, which is most stuff. Or a club could also be founded by an interest. For instance, you love dancing, you love acting, you love frisbees. You could also start a club about that. But you have to keep in mind that the initiative and the interest has to be kind of broad so that it's not too specific that you can't do a lot of activities surrounding it or like events surrounding it, that it's just broad enough to have like a central theme and to have a lot of people be attracted to like those events that you hold. The second step is to understand your audience. Like who would be interested and how you should make this topic or this interest or initiative be interesting for more people to join. So how you do this, I recommend, is to first start an information session. And this information session is to basically see who's interested in what you have to like offer. And then with this information, you could brainstorm with the people who are interested with like ideas for events for the club. And you have to keep in mind that the first meeting, the first information session, always would have not a lot of people. But it's really important to understand that every club starts somewhere. So even if it's just like 5 people joining, you could like keep on doing it and keep on doing it. You really have to persevere through in order to accumulate more club members. And the second one is, which I've kind of talked about, is to brainstorm possible activities or events you could lead. Like you could write down like maybe all the, for instance, the Public Health Club, we wrote down all the days for like maybe cancer. It was like Breast Cancer Day or Public Health Month or Public Health Week. We wrote that all down so we could like type down some events we could hold. And for initiatives, these could be fundraisers or volunteer trips. Maybe connect with an alumni to schedule like a volunteer trip with them. And for interests, maybe you could hold a really big project or show at the end of the school year to kind of display to the school what your club has done. And it's also important to reach out to the alumni office or club advisor to search for opportunities, because at first, for instance, PHC or Public Health Club didn't really have a lot of outside of school opportunities, so we really like sticked with fundraising. We held over 4 fundraisers, and for instance, we did like a breast cancer fundraiser with donuts or cervical cancer fundraiser with boba. And as we did more events, more people were interested. It was like, oh, that club actually does something, we should go join. And so there was actually an opportunity that one of a club member's parent kind of offered as like a volunteer trip. So we went to the Community Health and Wellness Center to do this COVID-19 packing for the bags for like COVID-19 vaccines. And so a note with this and something to learn from this is that as you do more events, more activities, more people will be interested, and that is how you accumulate your club members. So, for instance, PHC really started with, at our first meeting, we only had one person come. Well, technically it was because time was a little difficult, but on the record, it's like one person who came to the first information session. But now we have like over 20 people in our club. So yeah, you really accumulate club members as time goes on and as you do more events. The third thing is, by the time you feel like there are enough club members, you could start designating board members. So it's actually really helpful when you open like an application for board members. For instance, some people could be the project director, social media manager, treasurer, secretary, anything you want, you name it. And with these board members, you don't have to do all the work. For instance, when we were doing the volunteer trip, I did all the communicating work, like communicating time, communicating transportation, and also emails to the whole school about who's interested to go on the volunteer trip. But with board members, you could designate the tasks to different people. And it will also increase motivation for club members to contribute more to the club. And just distributing assignments really ease off some of your workload. So, the fourth one is just continue with the events. And you should try to have at least 1 or 2 events per semester, because events are a way to get the word out there. To like say, hey, we actually do something. You should come join. I think it is the best marketing strategy, because you're doing something with your club. You're kind of increasing the passion for all your club members, but you're also getting the word out there, having other people know that this club is a thing and we do something. So yeah, always continue with the events. But that would be all I have to say about starting a club. And remember to comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.